Oh well, matey peeps, I've got some news for you. Come back in 30 seconds. Right, welcome to the channel. It's been a while since I put a video up. Although saying that, I was up at the Teapot One Clan the other weekend. Fantastic weekend. If you haven't seen the vid, just check it out. Some fantastic routes with some brilliant guys up there with the Teapot One Clan. Anyway, listen, what's the news? Well, I think on one of my videos I might have mentioned that I was thinking of doing the IAM course, or even that I'd started it. Well, today I've actually had my test for the Institute of Advanced Motorist, and I'm pleased to say I passed. I'm well chuffed, well chuffed. I've just finished with Dennis there, who was the police rider who did the assessment, and whilst there were a couple of little points, he gave us constructive feedback. He said everything was really good, good bike handling skills, good observation, good planning, nice lines, good progressive speed. A couple of little things, maybe missed one opportunity to overtake. I think I took three. He said there was a fourth I could have taken. Yeah, really pleased. So how am I feeling? Yeah, I'm feeling cool. I did it because I wanted to, after sort of 14 odd years riding a bike and really enjoying it and doing every year more and more miles, and I'm doing a lot of sort of more touring now with weekends away, weeks away. You know, I'm going from the sports bike to the sports tourer, even though I'm not as mad as I used to be. I'm doing far more miles, and I see a lot more mistakes and potential near misses. You know, and I also had a few myself. I just wanted to take the opportunity just to have a refresher. And whilst at the start of the course I wasn't convinced it was right for me, you know, I just felt sedate, and I suppose a degree of arrogance really. I thought I was doing it and thinking, oh, you see how this goes. And then, but by the end of, you have sort of well, let me tell you what the format is. You have 8 sessions, so you go out initially for a taster, and then you go out for 8 observation. They're not called instructors because they're not technically instructors, they are observers, and they'll assess your ride. And these guys are ex-motorbike riders from the police force. They are people who've come through the Institute of Advanced Motoring and become observers, testers, master testers, and for the 8 lessons you have, you swap every second time, so you get a different perspective, and each time, each of the sessions focuses on different things. It might be observation techniques, it might be cornering, it might be roundabouts, it might be motorways, it might be overtaking, and then obviously there's a refresher stuff, and then there's a little bit of tuition, which through COVID has always been done over Zoom or Teams, where it used to be a classroom every week. Here it was like either a Zoom and Teams session with your instructor, or sorry, observer, or you'd have, you know, sort of 20 minutes theory before you set off in your course. You'd be out for a couple of hours, you'd have a coffee halfway round, give you some feedback, and that was good, because, you know, you got some days and you're thinking, oh, I've messed this up, and then they just give you some feedback, and you'd have the opportunity to put it right second time round in the second half of the session. But you know, the guys are there for you to pass. They're not there to make you fail. They'll only put you into the test if they think you're test ready, which I was told actually I was test ready after my fifth of 8. I only actually had 7 of the 8 in the end. But listen, if anyone's thinking about it or been riding for quite a while and just thinks they just could do with a bit of a refresher, just to give them some feedback, I truly recommend it. I did start off with Rosper, but because of COVID, that was pushed back to September this year, so where I've been able to get into the IAM, and it's sort of all done now. So yeah, all good. So really pleased. I'm heading back home now. See there, I could have straight line that corner, but I didn't because I'm chatting to you guys. I'm just taking it easy. Big thanks to the IAM group in Sefton, up in the northwest of England. I'm hoping to get a couple of vids out in the next few weeks. Couple of ride outs hopefully. I've got to do the second part of a review of my custom fit ear guards. I've also been working out with my GoPro Max 360, which I think a few of you have seen some of the footage and like. I'm not particularly happy with it, to be honest with you, so I'm just going to give you a bit of feedback on that. I think a lot of it is down to the editing process and getting the quality right and the colours right. But listen, hoping to get some content up pretty soon. See, I'm coming up to this now, so I'm changing it now. There's a car coming on, but really, you know, straight line in that corner. You know, I mostly would have done it before, but I would have done it without really thinking ahead. In fact, Dennis, who's the instructor, has just said, never put your body anywhere your mind hasn't been 2 seconds before, which I thought was a really cool thing to say. You know, puts it into perspective. But one thing I found with the IAM, you become very self-critical, which again he's just been telling me, look, that's good. You should always be doing that, no matter how long you've been riding, how little you've been riding, because when you're not self-critical, you become complacent. Complacency brings in errors, mistakes. So yeah, this is a good process. I'm rambling on a little bit here. Thanks for supporting the channel. I think I'm about 2 subscribers off 500 at the moment. I was looking this morning, so yeah. I still get surprised when I look at that as to why people would want to follow the channel, but I'm glad that you do. I'm glad that you find it useful on occasion. As I said, I do it more as a hobby and for a record for myself of my life on a bike. Anyway, lads, girls, keep safe, keep happy, get out on the bikes. Thanks for supporting the channel, and if you haven't already done so, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers, guys.